Currently, beauty rings can be bead locks. Hi, welcome to 151 Garage. I'm Sean.
I'm Jill.
And today is gonna be a good day for Jill because she is getting more stuff done to her vehicle. We haven't touched her vehicle much other than some of the interior stuff, the exterior a little bit, but we're gonna
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, we're gonna go through some things. It is her birthday coming up soon, and I want to do a couple things really nice for her birthday that we can do in the town we're in. Actually, surprising, we found a place that was able to do some powder coating as well as some, I'll just leave it as the next video will tell you what we're doing with that, because we actually have to disassemble the interior
Again.
the dash, just the dash. The only part we haven't taken apart in your car, we're gonna be taking apart the dash. We've taken apart everything else as you guys have seen before, but now we're gonna take apart the dash, completely take apart the dash, get all the panels out.
I will say one thing, if this dash panel turns out really good, which I suspect it will, the other two are going to get the same treatment.
Yeah, so this is a test bed. Ironically, yours is the test bed instead of Ben right there. But what we are going to do on the outside is today we're going to pull off the tow hooks, which is 3 bolts on either side. And the weird thing is we found out that those tow hooks are held in by bolts, I believe, on the other side. So I can't just unbolt them and pull off the tow hook. Yeah. We actually have to remove the bumper to get the tow hook off of it.
So you'll get like a 2-in-1 video. You're going to learn how to take off the modular bumper as well as the tow hooks.
Yeah.
Among other things.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to do that, it's not as simple as just taking out the 3 bolts and pulling off the tow hook. We are also going to take apart the wheels. Now, we're not going to powder coat the black. We like the black. We just don't like the silver. We're going to powder coat those in a different color. You'll have to wait and see that on next week's video because it's going to take about a week to get it. But as a lot of people say, you know, everybody calls this a beauty ring. Now we'll show you the bead lock capability. We're not going to do it in this video. We're not going to do it anytime soon, but there is a capability to make it a bead lock wheel. The reason it doesn't come from the factory bead locked is because the federal government doesn't allow Ford to do that. In fact, they will get a huge fine if one of these vehicles comes from the factory bead locked, which we've seen a company, Big Dog Motorcycles, right?
Yeah.
They got nailed by selling a already custom, I think it was an exhaust. They sold an exhaust on a bike before they actually sold it to the company, customer, and the customer, after getting a ticket, said he bought it that way, and they got a huge fine.
So anytime that you do like bead lock and stuff, the manufacturer, like you said, they won't sell from the dealership to you. You can buy it aftermarket and have the dealership install it.
Yeah, you have to purchase this vehicle first before they do that for you.
So you buy the vehicle, you buy the parts, you take everything to the dealership. After you get the parts in, say, hey, look, I want to put this on my car. Can you install it? They'll install it gladly, and then you just drive off. There's no risk of them getting in trouble with the DOT.
Beware the bead lock. Find a place that does it, knows how to do it, before you just drop it off at some place. We'll show you when we finally get this ring off, show you what's underneath and show you how it works. It's probably not something you want just a random shop to do. So get a professional that knows what they're doing with bead lock capable wheels. Get those guys.
You got to keep in mind, not all dealerships have a technician that knows, you know, bead lock. So, I mean, it is a specialized thing in a way. So just keep that in mind when you do this. Okay.
Now first, you have the 12 bolts right here. They're pretty simple. Just break the torque and take them out. I'll speed through this. Now, you can do an impact wrench. I wouldn't suggest it because
it may strip.
If you strip that out, because that is just a Torx Plus, it's not a regular hex bolt or whatever. If you strip this out, it is going to be a total pain in the ass to remove one. I know it, not that I've actually stripped them out, but I deal with the guys at sheet metal at work a lot. I know what's a total pain in the ass. So to be safe and sorry, I don't use a drill, I don't use an impact, I use
And you might want to get yourself a speed
handle. So
I think it's a lifesaver.
yeah. Now my suggestion is if you take these out, leave some of the top ones up. That way you don't want to take all these off and go to take the last one off and have it fall forward or turn and hit the ground.
Yeah.
Cause more damage, so. There is like a Loctite on them as well. Comes off fairly easy. And there you go. Make sure you get all the bolts. 6, 12, all 12 bolts.
Look on the back. And then there's your wheel. Actually, hang on. There's your wheel.
As dirty as it is. So what that ring is bolting to is in here. So what this is basically where the bead lock sits. There is a thing you can buy from Ford that actually, when the tire goes on the outside, it bolts in here and clamps the tire between the rim itself and the bead lock thing. That's just a beauty ring to hide the ugly bead lock, as every bead lock wheel does. Now those would be kind of the same way. Those aren't real bead locks, they're just designed that way. But bead locks are the same way, you know. This goes over it once you get the bead lock rim on, and hides the different type of bead lock actual functioning. So anyways, as simple as that is, you know, it didn't take that long. So onto the bumper. Okay, now for the bumper and the removal of that and the tow hooks. Now they do come off as a unit. It doesn't come off separately, as we found out trying to take it apart. Now there are 4 clips that are just push pin type clips. You have one here, one here, one here, and one here. I do not have my tools right now, but it's really simple. As you can see, there's 2 bolts here and a bolt here. This right here is just it's a universal tow hook, so you can put it on either side. So there isn't a left or a right. There's a tow hook, that's it. Now, this cover plate comes off and you have 4 push pins. You have 2 right here and 2 right here. These bolts that are on the outer edge do not hold them on. So take your finger. If you don't have a tool with you, just take your finger like that, put it on the side, and pull them out. It's that easy. They're not huge, they're not tight, like that. These right here are a little harder to get to. Just pull them down. There you go. And last one. And then all it is 4 clips. There's 2 clips over here and 2 clips over here. Just a little bit of pulling, a little bit of pulling. There you go. 2 clips, 2 clips. So, and that's it. And then you have 3, well, 6 actually, but I took the other 3 off. 6 15mm bolts right here. 3 on this side, 3 on the other side. Take these off. Now there are no lights on this or anything like that, so we don't have lights on it like how Ben did, so we didn't have to worry about wiring. All it is the 3 bolts for now, is what I noticed. I don't think there's anything wired up underneath. I hope not. I guess there is, because you have these.
Yeah, the sensors are plugged
sensors.
in.
Okay, so we'll have to figure out that.
I might be able to just hold the bumper and just have you just get underneath of it and undo it.
Well, we're gonna have to pull the bumper off anyways, because we got to get this off. Oh, that's the Friday video though.
Want me to hold that side?
Yeah, hold this side real quick. That side's still bolted in, so I gotta get up underneath and see what is holding it. Okay, I believe that is it. I'll take it off carefully. Hang on, don't pull it out too much. Push it back in. There we go. Okay, so go ahead and go this way and go there. A single bolt is holding that on.
This is what it looks like. That's your active shutter.
Yeah, your shield.
And this is a radar. Your other plate.
Now, to take off that,
This goes to the frame. This is actually the frame rail.
to take off the bumper, it had the same connection that Ben had, is up here, so it's tucked under here. In fact, my finger is right on it, as you might be able to tell, is that plug right here. Same plug as what Ben had, and it is right here. It's tucked up underneath the grill. So that's it. Now, these are the bolts holding that entire thing on. Now, they are bolted in through the bumper, but this is what's holding it to the bumper. Simple as that is, I suspect, 10. Extension is my friend. Now we are just going to put this back in. We're not going to put it on yet because we do have to take off the grill, which entails we're going to have to pull that off anyways because the push bar we have on it goes so close where we won't be able to get the grill off if we put the bumper back on. So we'll take the grill off. We are going to take the sights off, and we are going to take the dash apart on a later video for the Friday video. We are coloring these, painting them, as well as the Bronco letters, as well as these, and the dash is going to get a full custom treatment. It'll be kind of interesting to see it. One of the things she's always wanted is the heritage style look for her Bronco, and that's what we're doing with these. We are trying to make it as heritage in our own view rather than buying a heritage Bronco, which we like this Bronco the way it's set up. We just want a little bit of the heritage back into it, which is what we're planning on doing.
It's a little bit windy out.
Just a tad bit. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Hope to see you next video.
Sorry about the wind noise. Bye.
Bye.